Good morning. You're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. My name is Leslie Gallagher, and today I'm joined by
Jake gets.
and
Anna Broadhead.
and
Cam Martin.
awesome. How are you guys doing today?
Doing okay.
Doing okay? We're 2 weeks into school. It's pretty crazy, I feel like.
Yeah, wow. It's hard to think that it's already 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's so true. I feel like it's been longer. We were talking about that on our other show the other day, Jake. So
Yeah.
don't want to be too repetitive, but it has been a little crazy, I feel like. Already, what are we talking about today, Jake?
Today on the Morning Buzz, we will talk about the new rover thing on Mars.
Rover thing. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. The Texas storm that's been pretty big in the news all this week, and also some coronavirus news, and yeah.
Always good. Always good. Alrighty, we're gonna switch it over to our newscast for the day. Take it away.
Good morning, Buzz listeners. This is Anna Broadhead giving you this morning's news update. In Texas, millions of residents are still dealing with the effects of severe winter weather. Freezing temperatures have caused water pipelines to slow down, burst, or freeze up entirely. Some residents have been able to boil snow and ice to make up for the lack of water, that is, if they have power. Luckily, many homes have been receiving power again, but as to when everyone will be getting water back, that is still unknown as more cold temperatures are to follow in the coming days. In Sussex County, a bus overturned yesterday afternoon because of the snowstorm. According to NJ.com, the crash occurred around 3:45 p.m. on northbound Route 206 near milepost 128.6 in Montague Township, New Jersey. 15 passengers were taken to nearby hospitals, but none of their injuries were deemed life-threatening. State troopers are still investigating what caused the crash, and no more information has been given at this time. In university news, Montclair State received an amazing donation of over 150,000 travel-sized hand sanitizer bottles to keep students and staff safe. Sean Connolly, Vice President for University Facilities, says the hand sanitizer will be distributed through every academic department, student group, administrative, and campus program office. So a big thank you to the donor, My Sales LLC, for ensuring the safety and success of Montclair State during these crazy times. Now for a quick weather report. Currently in Montclair, it's 26 degrees, with the high for today being 34 degrees and a low of 24. Sunset will be at 5:36 p.m. and there is a 74% chance of rain. That's it for today's news update. This is Anna Broadhead reporting for WMSC 90.3.
Thank you so much, Anna. Was this your first newscast?
It is, yes.
Awesome. Congrats. Great job.
Thank you.
It's cool to be a part of the buzz. You know, you start out as a newscaster and then one day you'll be in this chair. So it's pretty great. Congrats.
Yes, thanks.
It's pretty crazy about that story in Sussex County. That's actually where I live, like back home. So that's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's more surreal for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's so sad, you know. No happy news. Well, we do have a happy news story at the end of the show today if we get to it. But first, Jake, should we talk about Mars?
I guess we could.
Yes, go for it.
Okay. The NASA rover lands on Mars to look for signs of ancient life. This was a really interesting article from the AP. Perseverance, the biggest, most advanced rover ever sent by NASA, became the ninth spacecraft since the 1970s to successfully land on Mars.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird that we were like, I don't know, super into this in the 70s and we just like I'm bored.
That Cold War, you know, trying to
I guess we were like trying to flex or something.
I guess there are more important things going on in the world right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. It makes sense, but I don't know. Yeah, something that I was surprised was like it's like really big. Like I think of I forget, I think it was Opportunity. We always think of as like the Mars rover that was like this tiny little robot, but this one's the size of a car. And it's yeah, it's the size of a car.
I thought it was like this little tiny
No, it's not like Opportunity. It's like, I don't know, Perseverance is built different. Like it's huge. Yeah, and it also had to hit like a really small target. Like I'm not sure like how that works, like why you have to like hit a specific spot on the planet. It's like its target it had to hit was like 4 by 5 miles, like this
Oh,
tiny little square on this
whoa.
huge planet. Yeah, it has this 7 foot long arm to get samples that will be used to kind of drill in and look for signs of ancient microscopic life, and they're hoping to get it back in 2031.
So
Wow.
the arm is taller than all of us combined. That's what I'm hearing. The arm is taller than us.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I mean, if
So-
it's the size of a car, then I mean,
Well, the
No,
arm
it-
is like 7 foot long.
Oh,
so if,
no,
it, so if
no.
it's stretched up, then yeah, it'd be taller than me.
Now we're not talking about like an RC car, one of the Hot Wheels cars, just an actual
No.
car, like one of those.
like
one
a
we
car
drive
you
around.
drive to like school or work.
So-
like
so-
the size of that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I actually
Techno-
haven't seen a picture of it.
Technology is a great thing. That's all I'm going to say.
Hmm.
It is cool. Like, I don't know. It's crazy to see images of like space. Like I was looking at this picture the other day. I don't know where this picture came from exactly, but it was like pictures of the surface of Venus.
Oh,
And it was
what'd
like
you see?
it's just looks like yellow sky and just like black. I don't know. Maybe it was fake, but I don't think it was. It was
Honestly,
just like
there's so many fake images on the internet.
yeah. I wonder. I'll have
It's
to
kind of hard
fact
to
check
tell these
those.
days.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like everyone on social media is freaking out about the Mars thing.
Yeah, a lot of people are nerding out about it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Honestly,
I
though, I'm
didn't watch
kinda-
the landing. I
I'm
didn't.
kind of all about it though because it's so interesting. It's space. It's like probably like we've done so many scientific discoveries in like our time, and like I feel like that
Mhm.
is something that's so unknown. And just like somewhat a little off topic, but still kind of on topic. Have any of you ever seen the show Away?
No.
It's
No.
Oh, it's so good. I'd recommend that you watch it if you're into spacey things. Basically, it's about this woman and her team of astronauts, and it's kind of they don't say it's set in the future, but it feels a little futuristic. Maybe
In
like
space, yeah.
yeah, 10, 15 years out because it's like her and her team of astronauts go to Mars, and I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but the whole season it was canceled after like one season, I believe. They do end up on Mars by the end of it, which is like, will they, won't they? But now you know, I guess. Sorry for the spoiler.
Spoiler.
But the reason I say it's futuristic is because it literally like they can FaceTime no problem from space, like in the middle of the galaxy, and that's why I say it's futuristic because it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm with that. I gotta get that connection.
Right?
Whatever cars has, I gotta get that coverage.
I need that like on campus when my Zoom is like freaking out and the campus Wi-Fi isn't working, but these people in this show can FaceTime from like literally the middle of nowhere. But it's really cool because I actually learned sciencey things from it. I'm
Oh,
not
really?
I'm not great at science, but like pretty much every episode they would have an astronaut issue, whether there was like some sort of chemical thing. Like the
Mm.
first episode is like a nightmare because there's like some sort of like chemical spill, and
Oh,
even the way they film it, they're literally like, no gravity, so they're floating everywhere.
oh,
It's
that's awesome.
so fun to watch. But yeah, I guess if you're into maybe some science fiction, that kind of just reminded me of this because their whole journey is about going to Mars and being the first ones to land on Mars. And there's some drama too. If it's not totally
Mm,
sciencey.
yeah, of course.
Like, oh no, my mom's going to Mars. They won't see her for 3 years. It's pretty sad, but it's really good. But yeah.
Yeah, those shows are. Yeah, you always learn something. I remember there was that one show, the movie The Martian, and I
yeah.
don't think I knew what botany was before I saw that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but
Yeah, it's
I've heard of it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Mars doesn't seem like a fun place to live. Like, I don't know. That's
Not at
just my
all.
hot
What?
take. Like, it's red.
It's just
So
like, isn't
red.
it like a bunch of like
Listen-
red dust?
Yeah, like I don't know. It doesn't look like, and I don't know. Nothing's there. Like.
wait, Jay. Well, listen, you're right. Listen, coronavirus is in there, so like we just-
Oh, I guess that's true. I guess that's
That's
true.
what-
That
that's
was a
what I'm saying,
good. That was a good point.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So,
Like I don't know. Like neither is anything else. Like.
well,
so-
listen, that's you just gotta create, evolve. You gotta go, just
Yeah,
make
I
the things up
guess.
on Mars. Come on, man.
I guess it's something for minds more creative than me. Because
do you
like,
think going to Mars is enough social distancing? Like, do you think once you arrived on Mars, you could take your mask off? Like, is that allowed?
Well, you die, right?
Yeah, you might need a
That's
gas
so
mask.
true.
I don't know how the oxygen levels are up there, so
Yeah.
I haven't been to space yet.
Mm-mm.
No,
Still on
yet?
the bucket list.
Yeah, does
Yet?
playing Star Wars count? Because I do that. I travel to space.
Yeah.
That's not, like if that counts, then yeah, I'm a true astronaut. But if not, then no, not been to space.
Yeah, it's weird to think that like Mars calls like people talk about colonizing Mars in like relatively like recent like near future terms, you know, like that could be like a thing that we see in like the next few years. And like I don't know. That'd be
True.
spooky to me.
Okay, well, let's bring in a fun fact. According to NBC News, Elon Musk believes we will have people on Mars within just 6 years.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, do you think that's possible?
6 years. I mean, I feel like it's possible, but I don't know if it'd go well.
The one thing I learned from that show is that it took at least a year or more to just even get there.
Yeah, it'd take a bit.
And that's if everything goes to plan.
Yeah, and you don't know. They don't know what they're doing. No one's ever gone to Mars before. Like, you really think we're gonna have like tourism available in 6 years?
I mean,
Like we haven't gotten anyone there yet. We haven't even had our fancy astronauts.
Hey, I
explore
guess
that
what he
place.
means is like the first people to go there.
Oh,
would
okay,
be there
okay,
in 6
okay.
years, like astronaut. I mean, tourism would be cool. Imagine
Yeah.
you just take a weekend trip to Mars.
Yeah,
Like,
let's tour the moon first.
ooh, that would be so cool.
I'd be interested in seeing the moon.
Same.
So, like,
Alright.
that would be long too. I wonder how long that takes to get to the moon.
Probably a while.
Yeah,
I'll
a
say-
hot second.
it depends on how fast, you know.
Depends on how.
Well, when we first got to the moon, you gotta remember the technology at the time was 50 years in the.
Yeah, no, that was a while ago.
So you gotta think like nowadays we probably get there in like probably an hour, 10 minutes, or by the time I get breakfast, who knows?
Wow, according to Google, it would take about 3 days to get to the moon.
What?
I'd
3
go to the
days.
moon.
3
I'd
days.
sacrifice like 6 or 7 days to go to the moon. Let's go.
That's a weekend right there. So,
Yeah.
Field trip, anybody?
Well,
Wouldn't you have to like block
I think it
out
would
a
take
longer
3
time?
days to get there, and then probably another 3 days to come back.
And
But-
doesn't time
Okay.
move slower on the moon? Like you have to block out if you want to be there for like a day's worth of Earth time. You have to block out like really
Oh
a
wait,
week's
that's
worth
so weird.
'cause
I
time
didn't
is
even
way
think
different
about that.
in the moon.
Is it really? I thought that was just like a movie myth. Or
No, that's like
No, that's like-
astronauts.
yeah.
Real.
If they're gone for a year, they're really gone for like way longer. When they come back,
Whoa.
it's a longer time. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. Why that? What?
Yeah,
Okay,
because I guess
anyways.
like the way we measure time.
It's too early to be hurting
Yeah,
your
no, this
brain.
is getting. We need to drop this.
Okay,
My brain's gonna melt.
we can move on to our other story, which is still pretty sciency, but it is
Very
about.
sciencey today.
It's a little sciency, and that's okay.
We're nerding out.
We're nerding out today. So, apparently, the U.S. has, or organizations in the U.S. have made their first clone of an endangered species, and this time it was a black-footed ferret, and they basically took the genes of an animal that died over 30 years ago and used that technology to make a genetic copy. So it was from this ferret named Willa, who died in 1988. And yeah, and then they've made this new ferret called Elizabeth Ann, very classy. And basically, this happened at a ferret breeding site in Colorado, and she's being raised at the Fish and Wildlife Service. And so basically, I guess what this means, as far as like scientific discoveries, is that this could help endangered species, populate more so that, they're not endangered. But they're also looking into how they can make, extinct species come back, I guess, because they can still use that like genetic material from other past animals. So I guess they could, in theory, bring back extinct animals. But I don't know, when I read the story, I almost like couldn't believe my eyes. Like, isn't this absolutely insane?
Yeah, that's really crazy. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of mean, but when I first read the headline, I was like, I don't know, do we really need ferrets? Like,
Jake,
I like
they're adorable.
I don't know. I guess I haven't had the time to like I don't know fall in love with
From
ferrets, but
from a sciencey perspective, there's
yeah.
the whole like food chain cycle thing
Mhm.
that with the environment and like every animal plays an important
Oh
part
yeah,
of it.
that's very true.
So even if you personally don't like ferrets, they're
Yeah,
probably important in
regardless of my
some way.
personal hangups against ferrets.
See, but that might scare me because if say we all seen Jurassic Park because it's
Oh
a movie.
yeah, no, then you get
So,
into
like,
that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
Don't touch dinosaurs. Not
if
like
I see a dinosaur, actually, if I see a dinosaur, I'm gonna keep as a pet because come on.
if they make velociraptors, I'm going to the
See,
moon. I don't
but
care.
like, but
Sorry,
well,
where would you keep your dinosaur? Like just chilling in your backyard? Like
yeah, I just gotta get a big enough space to be able to take care of him or
I
her.
feel like you could probably tame a dinosaur.
You probably could.
Give 'em
Listen,
food.
look, I don't
if
have
you
to.
raised it from its like genetic copy
Yeah, it would love you.
clone birth and you raised it like a dog
Clone birth.
clone birth
Out of its
sure.
pod.
But like at the same time, I probably could be like just Fred Flintstone it and just use it as a vehicle.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Look, it cuts away the cost for gas. All I gotta do is just buy a lot of big food. Just to,
Yeah.
Would
food.
dinosaurs be able to survive though? Because I feel like their diet would have to be a lot different now. Like some of the natural plants that they used to eat.
They could
for-
probably make like dinosaur food,
Yeah,
like
I
how they
could-
make like dog food.
Like dinosaur kibble.
store.
Yeah,
That would be-
Exactly.
Like literally like just I don't know, maybe I'm weak or something, but whenever I pick up like dog food from the store, it was so heavy, this giant bag for like my tiny dog. Imagine getting that 10 times
Oh, you
bigger
need a
for your
lot.
dinosaur.
So what I'm hearing is
Just imagine.
what I'm hearing is stores need to invest in forklifts for dinosaurs.
Pretty
That's-
much.
that's
Or-
pretty big.
Alternatively, you could just, walk your dinosaur on a leash to the store and it just eats like the roof for breakfast. And then I guess that problem
Oh.
solved.
Well, that kind of creates a new one for the store, but
Oh,
I guess it's
no.
not yours.
I
Yeah,
guess
hopefully it doesn't rain. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Rain. I don't think the
Yeah.
dinosaur would be scared of rain. But
Oh, I'm talking about for the store.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
store
that
that'd
would
be a
not be
pretty
good.
immediate problem.
I mean, if there were dinosaurs walking around,
Yeah,
I
that'd
mean, kind of. Okay,
Yeah.
so I feel like we've seen like the concept of cloning in like movies and stuff.
Mhm.
Like movies where they're like, oh, if I had
Oh, man.
two of me, I could do so many more things.
Oh, I feel like there's an episode of that in like every TV show. where
Literally
it's like,
every show we
Like
grew
there's
up
one
with.
in Gravity Falls. I know there's one in what else? Fairly Odd Parents. That's just what's coming to mind.
yes.
That's just like
Phineas and
immediate.
Ferb.
Phineas
well,
and
they're-
Ferb, yeah.
They did
Well,
that. Wow.
Finny, George, and Furbach, but
Mhm.
that
Oh.
we'll count that.
I thought of another one, Wizards of Waverly Place, where she
Oh,
really
right.
Yeah.
uses
Oh, yeah.
magic the first episode and she makes a very bad clone. But I guess my
Mhm.
question for all of you is if you had the opportunity to clone yourself with this technology, if it ever advanced beyond ferrets, would you do it?
No. No,
Well,
that'd be weird. I wouldn't
no.
like that. Like,
Even if it acted the same as you?
yeah. Oh,
could- Right.
especially if it acted the same as me.
But like, what
I
if
don't
like
know.
no one?
I don't want to deal with me.
What? Oh, I would listen. I would love to have another one of me
Yeah.
because if I had two of me, I could rule the world. We're both both energetic. I don't think the world can handle that.
Mm.
Just having two energetic human beings that just are just overall just goofballs. and
I
just
feel
fun.
like-
Yeah.
I can imagine you, Cam, with yourself, like walking down the street and you're just like chilling and everyone's just looking at you and you're like, we taking on the world.
Yeah.
What about you, Anna?
Like I would just be scared if like version A of me screwed up something for version B of me.
You're
'Cause
version A.
I'm technically
makes you
the
feel
same
better.
person, right?
Right.
So
Mm.
if
But if you're the
my
same brain, then like, would you be on the same page? Or
so is it like just like two brains, but they're just like airdropping information to each other
I
constantly?
feel like it would be an airdropping situation, but
Oh,
also
wait,
Wait,
so
I would
I know
assume that
nothing
they're not
about
connected. Yeah, that's another thing. It would also like become its own person because you can't like I don't know. I feel like that's a whole other thing. The whole brain airdrop vibe. Like,
It's
I
like
feel
that-
like it gets messy if it's like you are two different people, like two different clones.
Yeah.
and the one starts doing things different. Like it's
Yeah.
evolved into its own
That's
person.
just like
But that's
identical
exactly
twins
what would
then.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want a twin. Like, I
Is
don't
it
Oh.
like that? Is it like that episode of Family Guy where Stewie got a clone?
know.
Probably.
I don't know if you guys seen that episode, but I'm thinking like that because Stewie had a nice version of him, aka him, and then he had a crazy Stewie. So
Isn't the normal Stewie like not nice?
yeah, no Stewie is not nice either. But like
Yeah.
if you
This
think
one was
of-
like especially mean.
this was a specimen, patient 0 specimen Z, evil. So
Would you guys, okay, this is gonna sound so weird, but like think about it. If you had a clone that was exactly like you, did the same thing as you did, would you name it like your own name, or would you give it its own name? Like, this is getting weird, I know.
Junior, I'll name my clone Junior.
Wait, that's an
Like your
interesting
son.
question.
Right? Because would you really want two Jake Getz like running around the world? Or would you maybe like,
No.
this one's Jacob and this one is Jake? Or just like this one's Robert? Like, I don't know.
And this one's Bobby. Now
Nah.
here's the thing.
Mm.
Personally, yeah, I'll have two of me running around the world. Only thing is that's gonna be my child. So
Yeah,
like
If you take it.
years from now. But if you want to talk about like the same, hey, you asked the question. So like,
Yeah.
I just like this whole conversation is so odd, and like I know that I started it because I found this article, but like it's so odd because like in theory it could kind of happen.
What if you have them on like opposing schedules?
Oh, that's cool.
So like A is awake from midnight until 12 hours later, and then the other, or like just take 12-hour shifts.
yeah,
And then if you're the same person, you airdrop the material, you just catch up where you left off. Like that's unlimited work hours, and that
Yes.
could get us to Mars possibly if enough people are working that
Yes.
hard.
you're
Yeah, just keep
thinking
on
it. I
cloning
like
people.
it.
And we'll just make clone. I don't know, like we can't just like do that though. We can't just like put these clones to work. Like they'd be people. I don't know.
Alrighty, guys. I think
I'm-
we've just a little bit, probably my fault, but we've exhausted this story just a tad. Jake, you want to take it away to our next one? Give us an
For
update
sure.
on
Get a little
Texas.
serious now. Leaving
Little serious time.
yeah, some electricity is restored in Texas, but it sounds like they're still dealing with some water shortages. This one is from the AP again. Power was restored to more homes and businesses Thursday in states hit by a deadly blast of winter that overwhelmed the electrical grid and left millions shivering in the cold this week. Many people are still lacking safe drinking water. The weather jeopardized drinking water systems, and authorities ordered like 7 million people to boil water before drinking it. And luckily, it sounds like they have electricity, so they have some sort of means of doing that because, before they were just saying like boil it, and they didn't have electricity or gas. So, and I don't know if they have gas still. So I wonder if they could even do that. Yeah, so it's good to know that something's getting done, like that electricity is being restored, but I don't know, it's still a really tough situation.
it's a very grim situation down in Texas. I actually have a few friends and a few family members down there.
Oh wow.
And I was just reached out to them yesterday to see how things are, and they're basically saying that it's been an uphill battle,
Yeah.
but at the same time, they just made optimistic that the best is still yet to come.
Mhm.
Just being in an environment like that, it's just like, it's kind of I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like being like hearing how things are in Flint, Michigan, with the water situation.
Oh yeah,
And
no, that's
just-
been a huge thing for forever.
And just how they are, just we all our hopes and prayers are going down to those that are affected down in Texas.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely like crazy because when we think of winter weather, like I guess we're used to it. Our construction is used to it. It's not something that would, I think, turn as catastrophic as it is now.
Oh
But
yeah.
since
Not at all.
Texas is
Yeah,
just
we have the
not
infrastructure for it, but
Yeah.
they just like didn't, and I don't know.
like I'm looking at photos of people's houses where their pipes have burst and then flood their
some of
houses
those
and
images
freezes
are crazy,
over.
right?
Yeah, like their houses are in like 12-inch block of ice, which is
Mhm.
insane to me.
I know
I don't
there's
know. It
that.
just looks so
Yeah,
post-apocalyptic.
there's that one like really insane image of like the ceiling fan and
Yeah.
all the icicles dripping
Yeah.
down from it. It's like, oh my God, what is going on here? Yeah, and also, yeah, what you said before, the pipes
Honestly.
like bursting and everything falling.
It's literally so
Insane.
insane too, because like, Texas isn't, prepared for that. I feel
Yeah,
like.
no, like that's not supposed to happen
Like we
down
hear about the
there.
temperatures that are happening there, and we're like, oh, that's like a normal Tuesday for us in New Jersey, but it's like it's a different
That's
situation,
not,
you know.
not at all.
No, like
Not the
that's not
same.
normal. Oh,
Like
yeah.
I have a friend of mine. She said it was 22 degrees down in. She goes to a Texas Tech. It was 22 degrees down there.
hmm
I look at the weather up here yesterday. It was warmer up here than it was down here. So like just seeing that's like, whoa,
That is scary.
what is going
Yeah.
on?
People not to push beliefs, but like I feel like this is an example of climate change. Like
Oh, definitely. Like it's
Oh,
for people
absolutely.
who
it's
don't
pretty
believe
like
in it, like
indisputable.
yeah,
Like
I don't know if
even
that doesn't
that
convince
one
you.
oh sorry, even that one map of like like the entire like of like America, like climate wise, and the entire just middle is just blue. Like that looks like something out of a natural disaster movie. It's like, I don't know, it's gotten
Yeah.
to just a cartoony like place of just like, oh, things are bad.
Yes.
Like
And that's kind of how we felt at the start of the pandemic too. It was like this is like actually happening. This is so surreal. It's not a book I'm reading. It's not a movie I'm watching. It's just one thing after
reality.
another. It is
Yeah.
reality, and you're like this, like what you said, like cartoony. Like it doesn't feel real because it seems so bizarre.
Yeah,
I feel really bad
it's
for anyone in Texas right now.
I think Texas
oh for
even looks
sure.
a little bit like beginning of pandemic right now. I've seen videos of grocery stores that are just empty and people are waiting.
Yeah.
For them, 22 degrees is like having to put on 10 layers, bundle like crazy, and they're standing outside for hours just to try to get like bottles of water, produce,
Wow.
something to eat, and the grocery stores are just completely empty. And then obviously they're having trouble bringing things in because they can't
Yeah.
bring
It's-
anything to like a grocery store that doesn't have any power. So yeah.
Exactly. And it's, I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I'm like amazed by the whole situation. You know.
Yeah, no, it's really bizarre. But
Even
oh,
even with the
go on.
the early parts of how it is, we all know how roads can be when it gets extremely cold. It's like the whole thing in
Oh yeah.
in Sussex County. Or when it first originally started snowing, to be able to get the food from to grocery stores, the whole delivery situation, it's kind of tough as it is because just trying to be able to travel in conditions that one you're not used to, and two it's just winter weather it's just not the best in the driving anyway. So
Yes.
to
And especially
try
since they're not prepared for it. Like
exactly, it's
It's
kind
even
of it's literally just like it's indescribable to explain to the real situation is down in Texas.
exactly. And like even
Yeah.
when we have a snowstorm here in Jersey and we're prepared for it and we know what it's like, mistakes still happen. People
Yeah.
still slip
Mhm.
on snow and ice. On my move-in day, I literally hit a patch of ice. And in order to not, hit a tree, I drove a little to the left to hit a snowbank so I wouldn't, crash.
Oh my God.
And like
I,
there was no way to really, avoid that. I mean,
Yeah.
ice is ice. Like, what are you gonna do? So even if
Mhm.
you are super prepared, and even if you have like an all-wheel drive car, like even if you're totally prepared, it's hard. So
yeah.
people in Texas, like we're thinking about y'all.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about y'all because we get it, and it's probably a million times harder for them. Like I can only imagine.
Oh, for sure. And oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's very hard to kind of see what's going on and you don't really like you don't know what to do. I'll have to cut to
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I know what you mean there because I mean, there's nothing we can do except maybe if there's, places to like donate. I guess that's about all we could do from like where we are. It's one of those situations where it's like it's just like that,
Yeah.
It's all about community up here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, we're going to take a quick break here on the Buzz. We'll see you back in a few minutes. I'm joined by
Jay gets.
Anna
And-
Broadhead.
and
Cam Martin.
amazing. And we're back from our break. And Jake, what are we talking about next?
Yeah. So before, if you were listening, you knew that we were talking a little bit about the stuff going on in Texas, and I mentioned briefly what could be being done. And something that was widely discussed, I think, yesterday, and lots as this has been going on, is what isn't being done. And a lot of that centered around the story of Texas senator, right? Or congressman. No,
Whatever
he's
it
a
is.
senator. Yeah, senator. Ted Cruz returns to Texas from a trip to Cancun after Democrats call for resignation. Now it's funny, when I saw the word, like when it said like Democrats call for resignation, I just thought, okay, yeah, more progressive members of, Congress and in places were calling for him to resign since, kind of endorsed the whole January 6th stuff. But this is actually the Texas Democratic Party calling on Senator Ted Cruz to resign or be expelled from office after he went to Cancun for a family vacation in the middle of this very deadly winter storm. There was a statement released by the Texas Democratic Party chairman, Gilberto, sorry about the pronunciation, Hinojosa, called the senator's trip to Cancun deeply disturbing and disappointing. Cruz has returned to Texas and called the trip a mistake. Wow, it's good to see that someone's kind of holding him accountable for this in a pretty
for sure.
substantial, like, I don't know. I guess it's just one thing to call,
Mhm.
to just say it, but
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand wanting to get away from a storm, maybe to keep your family safe, but
like
there's a
you're
lot of
kind
ways.
of the senator. You
Look,
should probably do
yeah,
something.
it's kind of like your job to, stay there and make sure everyone is
Yeah.
safe, I mean, I understand putting family first, but
But
I feel
when
like
you're the
if you-
senator, you kind of
right,
sign up for
you sign up to have like the whole state of Texas be your family.
Mhm.
And also, I don't really know. I think it's still pretty dangerous to be traveling during,
yeah,
a
that's another
worldwide
whole aspect
pandemic.
to it.
I feel like that's a whole nother layer to it. Is like,
Yeah, like
you
what
go
are
to
you doing?
Cancun.
Yeah, that's not like a good idea right now. Like, do you really want to be in an airport right now? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Well, you
Like,
gotta think he might have his own, private jet and so on, but at the same time,
that is true.
I think there was pictures of him flying on a public.
Yeah,
Or,
it was like his family was getting out of first class and they snapped a few photos.
Wow.
of
Yeah,
him.
no, there were
Foolish.
lots of photos going around.
no, but at the same time, you're the leader. You gotta set that example for your people that you're no matter what happens, you're gonna always support them. And
Mhm.
for you to duck out in the middle of a situation like that, in a deadly situation such as the winter storms down in Texas, is like, yeah, it's not really a strong leadership role right there, nor is it
Not at all.
very very good image for you.
Yeah, it's not setting a good example to almost like run away from it, So definitely get what you're saying there. I mean,
Yeah.
at the very least, he picked a good place to vacation, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
bad taste, going to Mexico. But yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't snow in Mexico next. That would just be
No,
Oof.
that'd be like
No.
that'd be the writers would be going a little too hard with that.
it's
I feel like
it's
I
a
feel like
Ted
this
Cruz
story is
storm.
very reminiscent of
Yeah.
if you guys remember whenever Chris Christie shut down all of the
I remember,
beaches and
yes.
everything, and then there's just a photo of his family
Oh my
planted in
God.
the beach sunbathing. This feels
Yeah.
very
It's like
similar.
that, but
where-
worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like much worse. It's like kicked up a notch.
yeah.
It's
It's
This
like
is
that, but the
player
writers got
creative.
like they got bold.
Alrighty. Well, kind of speaking of the pandemic, there is some interesting, like, sort of reassurance about some, like, COVID-19, how it spreads and such. And I don't know, this story was kind of comforting to me. And I can explain a little why. But basically, the, COVID-19 experts basically are saying that it's highly unlikely, I guess not impossible, but highly unlikely. They're stressing this, that it's you know, highly unlikely to spread COVID-19 through food or like food packaging. So if you went, to your favorite restaurant and, you get your little to-go order, it's very unlikely that you're going to get COVID-19 because of that, transaction, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
And I guess the reason I find this so comforting is because for those of you who don't know, if you live on campus, you basically, you can go to places and order and eat, but for most places on campus, you order your food through an app and then
Grubhub.
they package it for you and then you take it and you leave. You in some places you can sit, but like most people don't because most people aren't comfortable with it. And it's like, I'm not either. But basically, it was something that was kind of in the back of my mind of like kind of worrying about it because I don't know, maybe I'm just like a little paranoid, but it's like other people have been touching your food and your food goes into
Mhm.
your body. It's like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. It's
Yeah.
and even for those who don't live on campus, like if
Yeah.
you ever go anywhere to eat out or just get food, and like I don't know, you're gonna have to eventually. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean,
Even if that's just grocery stores, it's gonna happen.
True.
I guess that's a different thing. But
Yeah, I know it's
no,
kind of similar though because it's like it is packaged food and
yeah.
people they're real life people probably working in these factories still packaging that food. So it's like a little bit different because I don't think it's a lot of it's not made like right there, but I think it's still a similar thing. So I don't know, this was kind of comforting. They basically just emphasize like, yep, it won't spread. It's just highly unlikely to spread through food.
Mhm.
And the virus is really more of a face-to-face direct interaction with people, person to person, not like necessarily
Yeah,
object.
objects. Yeah,
Well,
no, that is
that-
very comforting.
That gives me because I DoorDash, and that's what number one feel like. I don't want to be the guy who is. I have my mask on everything. I take care of
Yep.
everything,
Mhm.
all the precautions. I even double mask sometimes, but like I feel as though like I don't want to be the guy that's responsible for getting people sick. And hearing that's like, okay, well I
Right.
feel a lot better now. I'm still gonna take care of the precaution of wearing the mask and everything. But
Yeah.
like it just just gives me an easier time to
Yeah.
just really be
It can
calm.
kind of ease your worries because then you can kind of go about your job and not feel like, I guess, like guilty or like worried that you'd spread it to someone. I guess
Exactly.
I have a question for you, Kim. Do you drop the food off or do you come face to face with the person?
It really depends on what the person wants. Like
Really?
DoorDash,
Huh.
it's they can offer a non-contact delivery, or you just do contact. It doesn't really. What I like, what people usually do, they like to do the non-contact, and I just not just ring their doorbell with my knuckle, and just drop the food off.
You just walk out of there.
Yeah, just let them. I make sure they get their food, and then I just veer off.
See, that's good that you do that. Whenever, I don't know why, but I've done it a couple times where I've ordered food to like my door before I lived on campus, like when I was back at home, and I would select no contact, and then they would still wait for me to like come take it from them face to face, and I'd be like,
Bro.
what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
go away. Like, no offense. Like, I want my food, but like, I kind of don't want to come face. to
Here's
someone.
it makes it easier because there's a button that you press when you do a non-contact. There's another option when you do a non-contact. You got to take a picture and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen people do that.
So if I guess for them, they're just being lazy and they just want to make life easier for them.
Maybe.
They
Yeah.
just that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Dang.
I hope people don't twist this story though into thinking that like going like out to eat at a restaurant is
Yeah.
like perfectly
Yeah, that's just
safe
not what it's saying.
because
Yeah.
this
No.
is basically saying like contact doesn't really transfer COVID-19, but I feel like eating is one of the places where you could get it most because you have your mask
Yes.
off,
Yes.
you're breathing, you're eating, there could be like saliva, and so I feel like people should definitely still be cautious, but just comfortable knowing that they can get food and eat it safely at home.
For
Yeah.
sure. I feel like restaurants it's kind of scary because you do have your mask off and there's probably people walking around going to the
Oh
bathroom.
yeah.
A bunch of waiters, waitresses walking around. I don't know if you guys have ever been outdoor dining, but a lot of people, like, even when they're not eating, keep their mask off because it's not required.
Oh yeah.
because you're sitting down, which makes
Yeah.
no sense. But people don't wear it, and then what? I keep it on because I really feel bad for like the waiters and waitresses, because like if they come up to you, pretty quickly, unexpectedly, and you're not wearing your mask, you're like, oh,
Mhm.
sorry, and then you like rush to put it on.
Yeah, or people who like walk by outdoor dining, just walking around a town or something.
Yeah, no.
A lot of
Exactly.
times they don't have a mask on, and I'm like, well, there's tables on either side. Or in the city, I saw a photo of in the wintertime, to meet outdoor dining requirements, they
Mhm.
basically built a shed and put tables inside of it. It has 4 windows and a door. So it's indoors, but since it's located outdoors, they can bypass it.
Mm.
So they can
Yeah.
still serve people.
So it's kind of like a loophole, basically.
It is, which is unfortunate because it
Yeah, that
hurts people.
Not a fan.
Not a
Well,
fan either.
anyways, from Corona to completely un-Corona related things. Very great segue for me there. We've got Trevor Joya here with some entertainment. What do you got for us today, Trevor?
Yo, I got some okay news, not a lot, but just some stuff.
I'll take what I can get.
I'm Deadline reported that there's a new Constantine reboot from J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot. For those who do not know, John Constantine was the guy who basically is a character in his own right. He's from DC Comics. He's definitely going to be a really interesting character for an HBO Max show, possibly.
That's also really interesting to hear J.J. Abrams is working on that. I didn't know he was associated with the DCU at all.
He's also working on supposedly the Justice League Dark stuff, but we haven't heard any updates about that in a while.
Interesting.
So, but if you guys are a fan of cartoon and Cartoon Network back in the early days, remember the show Total Drama Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, such a good show.
It is coming back. A revival
way.
is coming back on Cartoon Network and HBO Max. They're going back to the island. They're making it back to Survivor. They're kind of making.
Oh my god.
And it's gonna. I don't know yet, but I can't wait to watch it on HBO. I can't wait to see what it has up its sleeve.
I have a question. Is it going to be the original characters, or is it going to be like all new?
I hope it's all new.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be interesting either way. I'm just curious.
I mean, here's the we all know who won the first season, so like, spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember. So
I remember who
I
won
don't
the first
care.
one.
Is it the
I forgot his
guy?
name.
Is it the one with like the blue hair and he's like all cool and like has the skull on his t-shirt? Was it that guy?
No.
No.
He had green hair, by the way.
I'm not going to say it was Owen. I'm not going to say the winner. It was Owen, by the way.
I don't remember his name, so I can't. But I have his image seared into my mind.
True.
Yeah.
Cam, I don't think it's a spoiler if it came out like 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah,
so I think
you don't
be
know.
safe.
Gotta give people time, you know.
Listen, you never know nowadays.
You gotta give a spoiler warning when talking about like I don't know movies from like the 60s. Like I don't know.
True.
You don't know if people have gone into it.
That's all true, and it's really true. But I really remember watching that show, and that was like a really good introduction to Survivor and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much nostalgia. And also, can I just say a fun fact? Our assistant Morning Buzz producer, Kenny Horn, has never heard of this show, which is outrageous to me.
Really?
Very sad. Honestly, you're not missing out on much, in my opinion.
Honestly,
I think it's great.
I know I've been very like, oh, I love the show. But like, I don't know. As far as like I don't know, cartoons go, it's not like amazing.
He's a television major and he's never seen Total Drama Island.
Ooh,
No,
what?
like I don't know, like that's not essential viewing in my opinion.
No, it's not.
You just sit there praising.
But
no, it's good. It's just not. It's not like Breaking Bad. It's not Gilmore Girls. Like it's not like a good show, you know.
It's not
I love how you bring up
like,
Gilmore Girls.
I love Gilmore.
Me too.
Okay, that's
no.
off topic.
Actually, the funny thing is, like speaking of sitcoms, I think they're bringing Golden Girls to Disney Plus.
Oh, that's amazing.
Really? Yeah. I did look that up today, but I didn't feel like it was like insanely like I don't know how many people are Golden Girls fans on here, so
I can't say I am, but I'd be very curious to check it out. As a TV major also, I feel like that's something I should know about because I feel like that's very like a famous and well-known thing.
And in other news, the HBO is developing an adaptation of Road Marks, which is a sci-fi novel about dragons in America.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
Before
awesome.
we were literally talking about dinosaurs in America before.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I literally
pets.
wanted to jump in that conversation and be like, yeah,
Sorry,
I
Trevor.
wanted to throw in a reference like God created dinosaurs, man created God created,
oh yeah.
and then God creates man, and then and then man creates these
Yeah.
dinosaurs. It's this
Classic.
whole like Ian Malcolm thing where I'm just like, yeah, I don't like that whole thing, but it's just like I don't feel like. But yeah, did you guys see the trailers this week?
Yeah, there was a couple.
There was a couple really good ones.
I
I
saw
want
a
to.
snippet of the Cruella.
Cruella.
I don't
I'm
know.
Cruella.
The
Cruella.
Cruella de Vil trailer, I think it looks really well done.
It looks cool.
It does look well done.
And
Like
it's-
Emma Stone looks like really good as Cruella. Like
She
just
really
her look
does.
is just like, yeah, like very
Yes.
very good.
She definitely
I-
fits the role, I feel like.
Oh, for
just
sure.
Aesthetically.
Yeah, aesthetically, and it's just like they wanted to do their own version of the Joker, which I could see why.
Oh, 100%. This was so like I don't know.
Yeah.
The Joker energy was just like
Yeah, coming
emitting.
off. Yeah, and it's just like it looked really good, but also like my friend said to me, it looks okay, but I'm just like it looks a lot better than the whole like than it looks more palatable, but it also at the same time it doesn't look so. It looks like it's going to be a good character study, possibly.
Yeah, maybe. Because like I
But-
don't know. It is funny. People were talking about it, how it's like, huh, this character's whole motivation is to like kill puppies.
Yeah,
Like that's her thing. That's what Cruella did in like the movie, if you've seen it. And it's like, wow, like how do you get there? And it like
Yeah.
if they legit do that, that'd be pretty cool.
I know. The other big thing was the Mortal Kombat trailer.
Oh,
So,
I didn't get a chance to see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either.
Oh my gosh, that
Cam,
one.
Anna, no?
Like,
No.
It
No.
was intense.
Sorry, Trevor.
No, here's the thing.
So
I
it was-
remember Mortal Kombat in the '90s. That wasn't
this one
wasn't too big of it.
this one looks insane. It's R-rated and it looks so good.
Ooh,
Oh
I like
no.
that.
Yeah,
I feel like it's definitely
it's-
good because if you're familiar with the franchise, it definitely
It fits.
asks
It
for
fits
that.
it. It fits it.
Yeah.
it has some scenes in there that I'm just like, oh, they're actually gonna do stuff like.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
I'll definitely
say,
have to check out this trailer.
I can't say anything more about that because I don't want to get in trouble with also.
Oh yeah, no, can't get
Oh, got
too
it.
detailed.
Got it. No,
Right.
got it.
But there was two other trailers. The big trailer last week was Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I didn't get to
Yep.
talk
Oh,
about
I'm excited for that.
because
Very excited for that.
that looks amazing. Like the way it looks and the way it feels and all that stuff, it looks amazing. Like I'm really happy and really excited to see what they have up their sleeve for that show.
I'm very excited. Well, it
Yeah.
comes out what, March?
March 19th.
Yep. Ow, shoot, 4 weeks from now. Oh, snap.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we get
Trailers are coming out so
Wow.
late now.
Ooh,
Like I don't know. It used to be like a trailer comes out and it's like, okay, you're super excited for this. Have fun seeing it next year. I don't know. Now it's in
Are
like
these-
4 months.
Are these movies still doing kind of like the home stream release, or are they doing
this
theaters
is-
as well
this-
now?
This is more of like so for Cruella we know that's going to be shown in theaters possibly,
Okay.
and also
Yeah.
on their Disney like Plus like streaming platform for
Oh, right. They could definitely get a pretty big audience there, I feel like.
And I think mid-May we'll probably have like more opportunities to see movies in theaters.
Yeah,
I'm
hopefully.
hopeful. I'm hopeful.
And Falcon and Winter Soldier is not a movie; it's a TV show.
Okay.
It's like 6 episodes of.
Oh, I'm so hyped for it.
But the big thing was February 14th, Valentine's Day. Zack Snyder Justice League. Oh, that trailer just blew my mind away.
Mm.
Did you
Almost
see-
said,
I think I did see it.
It better not disappoint because
better not disappoint.
Okay.
DC has an issue for that.
I don't know. I'm skeptical. I shouldn't even say I'm skeptical because I'm honestly probably not gonna watch it. But I don't know. I saw the trailer and I don't know.
It looks.
Maybe I'm just cynical.
It looks so good. It looks 10 times better than Justice League did.
Mm.
It looks
Well, that's not hard to do, to be honest with you.
yeah, that's not hard to do. But in my eyes, the dialogue sounds a lot better. The way they filmed it sounds a lot better. And the whole Joker Jared Leto thing sounds like he's going to be redeemed.
Well, yeah. Was
Good.
Joker in the original
No,
cut?
no,
No,
no.
not at all. Wow.
No,
That's
no.
so weird.
That's pretty weird. Trevor, out of everything that you've talked about today that's coming out,
Yeah.
what are you personally most excited for?
Probably the Justice League movie.
Mm.
Because
That
I
one got you
can't wait.
most hype.
I can't wait to see it with my friends and watch it on a projector
Aw,
and watch it on the
cool.
biggest screen possible and just
Like-
Yeah,
an at-home movie type deal.
yeah,
That's cute.
yeah.
that's awesome.
Have you been to the movies in person? I think I asked you this a couple weeks ago, and you said you hadn't.
I have last October
Mm.
Wow. Yeah.
because I was slightly crazy and I needed it soon again.
What movies did you see?
Tenet.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. I remember that was a big one that was
I
coming
think
out.
I remember you talked about it. Wait, I can't remember. Did you absolutely hate it or absolutely love it?
Loved it.
You loved it. Okay.
Mm.
Like
I know there was someone who told me they were like, it was awful, but I can't remember who. It's someone at the
Oh,
station.
yeah. That one was controversial.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, our time's up for today on The Buzz. I'm Leslie Gallagher, joined by
Jake Getz.
and
Anna Broadhead.
Cam Martin.
Trevor Joya.
alrighty. So you've been listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. And make sure to catch the Morning Buzz on Monday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Lewis and Kyle.